Now that we're finally out of May, while I only had 12 uploads and with only 3 uploads per week, I can actually finally return to uploading multiple videos. Really goes to show that fanfic reading was really a nightmare to actually do, but considering the fact that Twice Backstage Pass is officially over, it's still the beginning of me doing so many fanfic readings off of so many one-shots. But before I get to fanfic readings, let's get into my reviews for this month. There are 4. For Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Bad Dale Day, Henry Danger the Musical, Sharon Showing the Evil Within, and Jimmy Neutron Make Room for Dayo. So, a person wanted me to do more reviews of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which I will try to do, but I'm only going to do one review from an episode per cartoon in 1 month. That's something I always do, and I always try my best to actually have some kind of room for other videos to make. So, this episode isn't something that he requested me to do, but considering I actually want to reveal a Foster's episode in the later seasons, I think that this episode is probably the best choice. And to be quite honest, people don't usually talk about the later seasons that much, mainly the fact that, well, I guess after the movie that came out in 2008, I guess there was really not a lot to say other than the final episode, which I understand. It's something that people don't have opinions on the other episodes that fill in during that time, but at the same time, I still think that they still need to be worth talking about. Next is Henry Danger the Musical. If you saw my current intro and outro, which you probably are aware of since you've been watching my videos since this year, you can tell that I had a 4-second footage of Henry Danger footage of the musical, and I really mostly regretful for actually adding that footage in there. So, for the sake of actually talking about what I feel about Henry Danger as a whole and the fact that I added the musical into my intro, I decided to actually review Henry Danger the Musical for this month. I was about to do it at a later time, but since that this is the time and there's going to be so much changes upon my 4th anniversary of being on YouTube, I really think that talking about it just before my anniversary is a better choice. And as far as I'm concerned, it's literally the only way to actually spread my thoughts on what I feel about Henry Danger and the show itself. Next is Sharon Showdown, The Evil Within. It's just another Sharon Showdown episode about Kimiko and Sabini, who is controlling Clay. There's really nothing else I could say other than that by the time I upload this, it'll be the 4th anniversary of me uploading on the day of June 14th. Yeah, I know I'm really insignificant and completely picky whenever I upload these videos, but 1 per day is literally the only way for me to actually make the uploading schedule of this work. Granted, it's confusing, but at the same time, patience is mostly important whether you're waiting for these videos to be uploaded. Anyway, right now, I'm mostly boned out from watching the show, but since I've mentioned that I've completed this schedule and July schedule, I've completely got my 2 Challenge Showdown videos set up for this month and next month. So, I don't have to worry about that, other than once we reach to the holiday season, I'm probably going to have to make reviews of the mostly close to Halloween stuff like that, and Christmas stuff, which is like I always do with every other cartoon. But that's basically the point of me uploading and making these videos for these schedules. Anyway, for the final video is Jimmy Neutron Make Room for Dayo. Since that this is mainly about Hugh Neutron, this is going to be uploaded on Father's Day. And since that this episode is mainly about Father's Day, I honestly think that me making this review is probably the best choice because I was originally going to do a fanfic reading off of my fanfiction stuff, but considering the fact that they're not really good and most of them are, let's just say, mediocre at best, I think me reviewing another Jimmy Neutron episode is probably the best choice because as far as I'm concerned, I can't even bother to even review, to do other videos because of the amount of time I have, and I want to actually make 1 month really good for each video update, each video upload. That's really the whole point of actually making these videos. But enough of that. Let's get into our fanfics, and there are 4 videos instead of 8. The first one is The Eye Catcher by Mojo K20X. This isn't really a request from him. I just wanted to actually make this video because he was one of my editors for one of my stories in the last 2/3 years. So I honestly think that making a fanfic reading off of his stories is probably something that is my thanks to him after everything he did for me. There's really nothing else to say about this story other than you're probably going to have to wait until I upload it. It's going to be one of the first uploads of the June schedule of my fanfic reading, so I really hope you look forward to that. And if you really saw the music in the description by that, well, I'm not picking music from a video game. It's just going to be off of a music in an iMovie app thing, which I really had a hard time finding for this video, but sorry. Which is I'm having a hard time finding on the internet, so I honestly think that adding music to this video is probably the best choice, especially that this story isn't really that long at all. Next is Spike the Dragon Sitter, and no, it's not because Spike is babysitting a baby dragon. I mean that he's the dragon sitter of babysitting baby Twilight. This is the idea based off of the short, well, Twilight had an illness that one of her friends tried to give her the antidote, but it got side effects, which caused her to become a baby. And it's up to Spike to actually take care of baby Twilight while Twilight's friends tried to make an antidote from Sakura's place. This is a request from someone on FIM Fiction, so I decided to do this video for this month, and I honestly think that it's probably the best choice, because in all honesty, with these stories being old and the fact that people still want me to do a fanfic reading off of them, it's probably something that can actually enjoy the story for me seeing what's going to happen in the story instead of having them read the story themselves. Granted, this story has so much views on my FIM Fiction stories, but at the same time, I honestly think that doing a fanfic reading of it is probably a way to actually give my fanfic followers a time to actually be satisfied once they see this video. And I can guarantee you're probably going to enjoy this video too because of how psychotic it is. Granted, the humor is mostly subjective, but just like every other comedy you've seen on a TV show and a video. Next is Beachgoer, which is a fanfic that I had in mind when it comes to this image alone. This image is mainly about Principal Celesta enjoying her time on the beach, so it actually gave me inspiration on doing a fanfic of her hanging out with her students from Canterlot. It's not really a long story, but at the same time, I really do not want to make long stories, so I can actually focus on other stories in the meantime. All I can say is that this is probably going to be uploaded on the 1st of summer, which is somewhere in June 20th or something like that. I don't know. But all I can say is that in the first day of summer, this video will be uploaded. Granted, you know what's happening right now. The pandemic is keeping us away from the beach. But at the same time, it's not going to stop me from actually making a video of having beach fics. And all I can say is that I do have so many ideas for beach fics, but considering that most of them are old and not worth making a fanfic reading of, if I get the time, I don't want to waste my time. And since that this was a 2020 fanfic that I made of this year, this is the right choice for me to upload a fanfic reading involving the beach for this month, especially on the first day of summer. The final fanfic, which will be uploaded on the 1 anniversary of Rainbow Orchard, is Suspiciously Similar by the Ancient Politment. I can't spell his or her name, and along with his editor, Tranquil Cinti. I can't spell these names, sorry. Anyway, I was originally going to make a fanfic win of my own called Big Bros, which is basically, this character, so I forgot his name again, and Big Mac meet each other and have a conversation. But considering I want to spread my friendship and my support to other fanfic writers who made their own fanfiction involving ideas from FIM fiction, I really figure that doing a fanfic reading off of this story is probably the best choice. And now I have 4 fanfics, of 2 of which were from other writers, while 2 of the 2 others were from me. It's something I want to do and actually make my fanfic strategy even, so that way I can actually have some kind of variety with me uploading my own fanfics while the other fanfics are from someone else. That is something I'm trying to do, despite the fact that I have a really poor ability of doing fanfic readings of other stories. But I am trying my best, especially that I keep doing fanfic readings of my own stories for so long. So after that, we have YouTube tributes, Generation 5 predictions, and the 6th intro and outro, which is my 4th anniversary video. Blue Star Brony, WrestleMania, and McJuggernuggets. Blue Star Brony is a reactor, which is one of the Brony YouTuber tributes I'm going to be doing for this month. WrestleMania is another wrestling YouTube channel that I'm going to do a video of. And McJuggernuggets is a YouTuber that I have known since 2014. Yeah, I completely watched this channel during the beginning of the Psycho series. But I will say this, there is an error in this video regarding to McJuggernuggets reaching to 4 million subscribers, which as of now he hasn't. He really hasn't reached to that right now. And what I said in that video, he actually managed to reach 4 million subscribers after 4 long years. I know you can't actually do these mistakes way earlier before the day of the upload happens, but at the same time, I always want to get everything set up when it comes to each video's way of me actually saying during my one-shots. That's why I always try to actually make these videos good, but also doing them way ahead of time. Granted, it's starting to become really repetitive, but at the same time, I usually try my best. As for My Little Pony Generation 5 predictions, is Fillies of the New Generation and subverting the predictability. Fillies of the New Generation is just me talking about the Fillies from Generation 4 and what they can do for the new generation. I know full well that the Fillies are going to return in the new generation, and when it comes to what they're going to do for Generation 5 upon next year, it's probably going to be a really different mystery, because in the 4th generation, we see them being at school, the King Moncasiers and stuff like that, but in the 5th generation, it's still going to be an unknown mystery, because we still have a long time until we reach to the next generation. Next is subverting the predictability. This is something that I was about to do on a video of Generation 4, but considering that I want to do something really interesting for Generation 5 videos, I decided to actually completely put this focus on Generation 5, but also talk about bits of Generation 4, because in all honesty, this is probably the best way to actually talk about what Generation 5 can learn from Generation 4's mistakes. And finally is 6th intro and outro, channel's 4th anniversary video. If you remember my comments on my Henry Danger the Musical video, well, like I said, I need to change it. And considering that the quality is pixelated at best, and I want to make it a tiny bit better or minimum better, I decided to upgrade my channel's intro and outro with a different theme song, and the intro and outro is still going to be long regardless. All I can say is that instead of just having so many footages on screen at the same time, there's going to be 4 going on while each screen has 1 second of each media, which is like 1 second from live action show, 1 second from a cartoon, and 1 second from less wrestling and others. That's something I want to do for my new intro and outro, and I'm gonna change my profile pic and also might be able to change my wallpaper of my YouTube channel, because as far as I'm concerned, I really need to change that. I kept the original one, which is my graveyard first one, since at the end of October of 2018, and I kept that for more than a year. And the new one I'm using isn't that bad, but at the same time, I need to actually upgrade it more while also completely making a wallpaper like everyone else. As far as I'm concerned, I really need to actually do something a lot more great when it comes to my YouTube channel, since that it's gonna become 4 years old by the time we reach June 13th. And with the additional upload of Sharon Showdown The Evil Within, which is the 4th anniversary of my uploading date, that's literally something I want to make June special. So anyway, that's really all the videos for this month. Sorry that this video was long. I just wanted to put in a lot of detail into these videos. But all I can say is that for next month, July, you are gonna be really surprised. And considering that there was going to be a Summerpalooza 2, just like last year, despite the fact that I didn't come up with a name last year, you can tell that there's going to be a lot going on. And it's going to be a really huge doozy for you to actually enjoy for what I have to offer during my July schedule of Summerpalooza 2. But in the meantime, I really hope that you look forward to these videos. And one more thing, I didn't add this in, but at the end of this month, before this is just similar, I might be able to do a video doing a preview of my August schedule, because it's going to be based off of something that you're probably going to be looking forward to. Again, if you figure out what it is, don't spoil it. I really want to make this really interesting for what I'm going to do for the end of this month. And for what August has to offer after the Summerpalooza, I really want to make summer really memorable for each year I come across the season of summer. So let's just hope that what's going to happen for July and August will probably give you something to enjoy from my content. Anyway, I'm Lonely Fanboy 4 here, and I'll see you in June, when there's so much going on when it comes to the first day of summer and you get the rest.